and I was like, man, I want to see the game, but I was like, I got caught up. I was doing all kinds of stuff. I was cleaning up, and I totally forgot the game was going on, right? And then I went picked her up from the airport, and then I realized, man, the game came on tonight, and I was like, man, who won the game? So Charmel, she gets the phone out, and she Googles real quick, and she goes, Golden State 106, 105. And I was like, oh man, they still in it. I said, I can imagine next game what's gonna happen is Kevin Durant is gonna come back and everything's gonna be all good. And then I looked and I saw Kevin Durant did come back and went down hard with an Achilles injury. And I was like, oh my God,
yeah.
No. And I tell you, man, the brother was looking real good, too.
He was
I mean, he was just stunning. I mean, just lights out.
11 points in the first few minutes.
I swear, man. And it seemed like, to him, it just started feeling just so good. It just, everything was just right, and boom, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how the game goes.
That's a hard one, too. I don't know.
My thing is this, man.
Who's to blame?
I don't blame anybody, really. I really can't. I've been hearing about people talking about the team. People talking about the doctors who collaborated and said yes, he's okay to get back in there. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you've been young before, you kind of know what it's like. If you've been in that situation before, you kind of know what it's like. You got a chance to go out and do something, and sometimes putting yourself in harm's way, that's just something that you got to do. I was just looking at this movie just the other night, and I think it was something about going to Mars, and they got to this one point to where it was a big face on Mars. It was I can't remember but it was a huge face, on Mars, and it was so big, and they got caught up in it. They went to the face, and then ended up going in the face and got locked in it, and then they had a chance to get out, and one of the actors said, "I didn't come 100 million miles to turn back," and I really feel like that's what Durant was, man. He was like, man, come on. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from going out here and doing this. And I'm willing to, it's if you ever, I'm a lover of the fight game, pugilist. And when you watch certain boxers go in the ring, they are willing to die, for that moment. It ain't about the money a lot of times. It ain't about I've been hearing people talk about, man, what is this gonna do with this free agency? How much money Kevin Durant got already?
He's got a lot. That means he can't get more than that.
But what I'm saying is, some people don't value life with that dollar sign. Some people just don't. Kevin Durant right now got more money than he ever will know what to do with in a lifetime if he's smart, and ain't out in the club making it rain 24/7.
And I think that Kevin Durant's a smart guy. He's a businessman.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
I'm just saying. So I think the moment was bigger than, a free agency. The moment was bigger than the doctors. The moment was bigger than, Kevin Durant sitting out and coming back next season. The moment was now. And I always say, when you miss a moment, you can never get it back. That's what that was.
And, I agree with you. I think that Kevin Durant said, I didn't play 82 games and then go through the first 2.5
I didn't come a million miles.
Yeah, to turn around and go back.
To turn back.
But at some times,
to turn back the last 10 feet. That's what it was.
But sometimes you have to have somebody looking out for your best interest, right? And like take the fights from last Saturday, Don Cerrone. Right? The commission stepped in, the ref stepped in and said, look, man, we're not letting you fight the third round. Don Cerrone wanted to fight that third round, right? But someone stepped in, they said, hey, it's not smart. It's not the best play. No, it's not. Kevin Durant, he on this Achilles injury, there's a very good chance that he can never be the same player ever again.
Who cares?
He does.
Who cares if Kevin Durant, did you hear Kevin Durant say that?
Did he cares about playing?
Did you hear him? Kevin Durant say, "I care about playing next season"? This injury.
I haven't heard them specifically
did you hear Kevin Durant say, "Man, I wish I would have came back"?
I haven't heard. He hadn't said anything.
Well, how can you sit here and say that?
Well, I would like to think that the man's just newly 30 years old and wants to have a playing career. The conversation
how do you know Kevin Durant didn't want to retire next year?
How do you know that he was thinking I can't?
I don't.
We're just speculating. We're just speculating.
I don't. But what I'm saying is
that's all we're doing.
What I'm saying is I am a professional. I've played in the game.
Right.
I've been, just say for instance, I got a chance. I got to just say for instance, my knee is tweaked. And it's a WrestleMania moment, and I got the main event spot. You think I'm going to say no? I'm not going to, even though I know I got to go to surgery the next day? Of course I'm going to go and do it. That's what, you know what? That's what men do.
No,
I
agree
now,
with
wait
that.
a minute. Now, if you're one of those guys that just want to sit on the sideline and collect a paycheck, Kevin Durant could have easily done that. He could have easily said, hey, man, I don't want to play.
Right.
I got free agency coming up next year. I could lose a whole lot of money. That's what he could have said.
Yeah, but that's not my point. Isn't the monetary thing? My point is you had that big WrestleMania, and you actually have said it yourself in your career. You know why you didn't do a lot of those high risk maneuvers is because you said I want to be able to have a nice career. I want to have a long career, so I'm not going to do that stuff. I'm saying Kevin Durant, he sacrificed the rest of his career with this game.
Let me tell you something. If I made Kevin Durant money, I probably would have retired after my first contract. Okay? I'm serious.
No, I
so I
understand
mean,
that.
as far as getting
but I'm
hurt,
not talking about money.
No,
I'm talking about his playing career.
That's what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about his career. I'm talking about playing.
What I'm talking about
Which is his love.
what I'm talking about. I would not have wrestled over a period of as long as I have if I would have made Kevin Durant money. It's guys like Barry Sanders who could have went out and made even more money, who said, look, it's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a step back. But
that's not my point is his love is for the game, not for the money. I'm saying
Kevin Durant, like I say, I've been hearing a lot of the critics talk about blaming the team and this and that and whatnot. And what it all boils down to with most of these guys is how much money Kevin Durant has to lose. And the thing is, that's something that Kevin Durant has to deal with. That's something Kevin Durant has to, walk through the rest of his life and understand, hey, man, I could have made a whole lot of more money if I wouldn't have went in there and played that game. But on the other hand, if Kevin Durant would have went in there and everything would have been fine, what would we be talking about right now?
Miraculous comeback by Kevin Durant.
No, we wouldn't be talking about that. We'll be talking about a dynasty. We'll be talking about, man, these guys, man, they're back. It's over. That's what we would be talking. We would not be talking about, if Kevin Durant this or that. Like I say, it was a decision. It was a moment. And it was a moment that Kevin Durant would not have ever been able to get back. And you know what? That's what the great players do, in my estimation.
No, I agree. And here's the thing that I also haven't heard anybody talk about with the game last night. Had Kevin Durant not come in and played those minutes that he did,
they probably would have lost.
They would have lost. I mean, just if the game plays out exactly as it did without Kevin Durant, the Raptors would be the NBA champions right now. So he made a great sacrifice for his team to continue on. I'm just hoping that he didn't make a sacrifice that's going to cost him the rest of his playing career.
Hey, man, if it did, he did it for a good cause. All right? He took one for the team.
What if they lose the series?
Who cares? It's not about winning and losing, man. Sometimes that's what guys like you, who's never played the game, sometimes you don't understand that.
But I feel like you're changing you're moving the goalpost here. You're moving the goalpost.
No,
he came back because he wanted to win. That's what you said.
No, he came back because of the love of the game. To win, that's just icing on the cake. To win in grand fashion like that, oh man, that's history-making moment. You know what I mean?
He was looking for the moment. That's what you said.
No, I'm not saying that he was looking for the moment. What I'm saying is Kevin Durant, he easily could have sit out. He easily could have said, hey man, I'm going to take the money next year and I'm going to run with it. But Kevin Durant, like all of me personally, I can't see Michael Jordan sitting on the sideline.
Yeah, this is the anniversary of the flu game when he played with the flu.
The flu is one thing, but
I'm just saying comparatively.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But I cannot see one of the greats, sitting out when literally everything is on the line, and I have a chance to help my team more than anything, and that's what I saw with Kevin Durant. I saw an unselfish player step in and put his throw harm, literally throw caution to the wind, put his body in harm's
100%.
way, and say, "Look, man, I'm going out here and I'm playing no matter what." And you know what? I'm sure at the end of the day, the decision to go out and play, it didn't have anything to do with the doctors.
No, it had to do with
It
Kevin
didn't have
Durant.
anything to do with the team. It had and a lot of people, I heard Charles Barkley say it was a lot of pressure on Kevin to go out
And I'm sure there was.
well, because of certain things.
Maybe he put it on himself, but I felt like he was.
Well, they're talking about, Kevin felt like, maybe he wasn't a great teammate.
Yeah,
This, that,
I saw
whatnot,
that.
and the
Yeah.
other. And I'm like this, man. When you hear guys talk like that, who ain't in the locker room, who ain't on the team, guys well beyond their years in the game. I love Charles, man. I see him all the time, and every time we see each other, at Ric Flair party, we boom,
Right.
dap. But come on, man. Kevin Durant, man, this guy is a true warrior of the game. And as far as money go, most teams he could have 2 torn Achilles, and somebody gonna pick him up.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. He's still got to get some money. I just hope that he will be able to come back and play the game that he plays almost better than anybody on the
Man,
planet.
when you see guys like Kevin Durant, have you ever seen how skinny his ankles are?
Brother, did you see the slow-mo video of him tearing the muscle? Did you see it?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm surprised something hadn't torn before this.
Well, he had an injury about, 5 years ago? What was that to? Was that his knee? Or what was it?
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you, man.
He had a bad one.
Look, that's what I'm saying, man. Kevin Durant, he's got like some of the skinniest legs in the,
He's tiny.
in the history
Legs
of the league.
skinnier than mine.
No, I'm serious.
True.
So something's gonna break. Something's gonna pop. So you just gotta be prepared for it, man.
Yeah.
That's just part of the game. But to do it the way he did, hey, coach, put me in. And you know why, right? Because I'm ready to go to the Hall of Fame, baby. We'll be back in a minute.